What the heck? What do I even do? Anytime I get above like 2500, it starts to like sputter a little bit. Still no AC. Mike and I are starting off this week with cleaning out our shed because we have acquired one too many mopeds. We haven't cleaned out the shed since we started putting stuff in it when we moved in last year, so it's definitely much needed. Organizing looks really good in here. Our actual bikes, building material from all of our DIY projects, but the real mess is up there. Oh my god, I almost fell backwards. Yeah. I've acquired a lot of FC junk over the years. Hello? Gary! Gary, my man, Gary! Gary, I've been waiting for your call. It was Gary calling us about our unsecured debt again. Oh, okay. Yeah. How did I flip this stuff over? 4 boxes. That's not bad. I can go through 4. I know for sure this is my original taillight. This car was an S4 car. So I kept these because I think these are pretty sweet. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It's a mouse house. Always good to go through your extra parts. I've done so many trade deals where I get a part that I want and then I also get a bunch of parts with it. So it's like spare pieces. Like, actually this, I need this. I actually do need this. But with FC stuff, it's just so hard to come across. If I can gather and just have it, I will keep it. These are like my original panels from the car that I sprayed black. I don't want to part with it. Especially if a friend gets an FC. What if they need all this stuff? They don't have to buy it. I can just give it to them. Headlight covers. I don't have a blue interior anymore. This one's gray. Come on, Taylor. Why do you have all this stuff? I think I have 3 of these. Ooh, this is for the trunk. A tie rod. I was given an entire wiring harness for an FC. What is this, like a fuse box? Look at, I got a whole freaking fuse box. Like, come on. That's great. Headlight motors. Oh, my other wiper. See? I've been looking for this. I think this is a stub shaft seal. I replaced one of these in my garage when it was like 20 degrees out. This might be my ECU that I cooked. I think I accidentally hooked up my battery backwards and fried this ECU. Oh yeah, it's got an X on it. But it's just like, I just want to have this to have it. Is that so wrong? I wish it said Mazda on it or something. Then I'd be more inclined to keep it. I know I don't need it. Boom, we're already done with 1 bin. This is all just trash. Look at that. That was so much easier than I thought. This is the kick panel. I actually need to put this back in. Okay, surprisingly, this is a bunch of stuff for my Civic that I don't even have anymore. Just because there was a mouse living in here, I don't think I need any of this. Oh, a Z fender badge. Rear main seal for the VQ. Oh yeah, these are the e-brake shoes I was talking about. I had these brand new sitting around. Lower control arms for the Z. These are FC trim. RX-7 trim. Look, this was already previously labeled FC body panels or something. I got these bins from the guy I got all the parts from. These are from the speakers. Oh, this is the shift boot thing. Like I said, I have like 3 of these. This is the shifter trim surround. I have power mirrors on the car, but I need them wired up. So I actually do need this panel. Oh my god. This is so much fun. I'm so glad I decided to do this. Engine bay fuse box cover. Fuel sending unit. I'm gonna say this probably doesn't work, but I don't want to get rid of it. I don't want to get rid of it.
I want to keep him!
Another fuse box. I just like having stuff. I like having FC stuff. I literally don't care about any other car. I just like having FC stuff. Power window switch. I don't have power windows. Another power window switch. Okay, this is my last box. It says red body trim on the top. Front turn signals. This is an S5 front turn signal. This is an S4. This one is square. This one's got like some rounded edges. That's how you know the difference. E-brake cover. Oh, this is the original panel for under my steering wheel because it had this button and the switch for some reason. See, I want to keep anything that's original to the car. Everything else can... Ooh, another one of these. I'm not sure which one works, so I guess I'll take both of these. So I guess I had 5 bins, but now I have 4. The gray one's empty. This is the gas tank for my S13, which is probably good that I took it out because I need to actually install it. And then this is stuff that I have for sale currently. Just a couple little things. But if you need that bin, I can give it to you. I can spare you that bin if you need it. All my bins are back. The shed looks way more organized, much cleaner than it did this morning. We have been meaning to tackle this project for quite some time, and we haven't even gotten to everything that's all upstairs, but this is a good start. I really haven't been inspired to cook anything lately, but I got a kick, so I'm taking advantage of it, and I'm making pad thai tonight for the first time. Mike is obsessed with pad thai, and he went to Thailand a few years ago, and he said that was the best pad thai he's ever had, so no pressure on me to match up to that. I've already prepped all my veggies: green onion, peanuts, we got carrots, cabbage, onion, garlic, shallots, limes, not lemons. I'm about to start cooking my chicken. These are the only noodles that I could find. I would like to try to find a store that has actual rice noodles, bean sprouts, and unfortunately my grocery store didn't have everything that I needed to make a Thai sauce from scratch. Palm sugar and tamarind. I'm hoping I can find a store that has those ingredients so that I can make it from scratch. Haru has been feeling so much better since his vet visit. He's been drinking a lot more water. You like it when I'm at your level. I know. Such a love bug. Alright, I gotta get to cooking. Some avocado oil. Alright, I'm gonna cook the chicken till it's just about done. Woo! It's hot. Onions, shallots, garlic. This man, he sits at the door and meows all the time. What, do you want to go outside? You want to be an outside cat? You're not built for that no more. I'm gonna add carrots, cabbage, green onions, bean sprouts. Sauce. No, this is not for you. Look, he wants to come outside so bad. I'm not babysitting you. I'm not babysitting you. Mike, dinner!
Oh, my goodness.
It might not live up to Thailand. We gotta get actual rice noodles, but...
Back in Thailand.
I always let the person I'm cooking for eat first. It's actually really good. I will say the noodles are like a little too thick to be pad thai. It was mid. I'm just kidding. That was really good.
That was so freaking good. Please make this every other day.
Now that I'm all done cooking, you can go outside for a little bit. Getting him kind of like semi-introduced to being outside. I feel like he could dart off and I wouldn't be able to see him very well. Alright, it's getting a little dark over here. Good morning, everybody. We are on our way to Omega Auto to see if we can get the AC recharged in my S13, because I know what a lot of you had said when we were trying to tinker on it, that there's really no way to tell if it works if there's no pressure in the system. We're gonna go get it vacuumed out, hopefully refilled up, and see if it works. This car is so hot in the summer. We should probably go fill up some gas.
Yeah, so I just want to get stable now.
Thank God there's AC in here.
This thing is smoking hot right now. It is.
Have you been doing a lot of AC jobs lately?
Hell yeah.
Had to go over to Advanced and get another kit because I guess this one didn't work. Kind of weird. Did you take my dipstick out?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was like, did I just drive here with my dipstick on the freaking
Yeah, I took
towel?
it out to reach my hand in here.
Oh, okay.
See what happens.
Praying for no leaks.
Put it on vacuum, and we'll see. This will tell us if it's leaking or not. Put it on a 5-minute vacuum. That's good vacuum.
Yay! Ooh, sorry about all the dust. Yeah.
Blowing cold?
Yeah.
Alright, so unless this relay's bad, it's getting powered brown.
Well, still no AC. Now we need to diagnose from here. I mean, obviously the compressor kicks on, which is a good thing, and it blows cold when it does kick on. The system holds vacuum. There's no leaks, so it's definitely something electrical between that relay that is not allowing the compressor to kick on. Sheesh, I love that teal color. That is so freaking cool. Oh, that's a stop sign. Stop sign. We left all the Freon in this system for now, like we didn't drain it, because I do want to go home and still tinker with it a little bit, and I don't want to have to come back and get it recharged again. Something just happened. I was just driving and someone was driving really slow in front of me, so I went to go speed up to go around them, and the car just like would not accelerate. Like it just like would not. So I was like, let me downshift. Wouldn't accelerate. The car just died. That was really weird. Like, it is 90 degrees. I literally am soaked in sweat, my back. This is not the time to be acting up right now when I'm still 30 minutes from home. This heat, it makes me angry. It's certainly struggling. I'm giving it gas and it's barely going anywhere. It seems like we need that fuel tank swap with a new fuel pump sooner than expected. Just gonna limp this thing home, I guess. Anytime I get above like 2,500, it starts to like sputter a little bit. I went ahead and just ordered a new relay for the AC as well as the pressure switch. Hopefully those should come in the next few days. And then I also bought a new fuel pump. It's coming on Thursday, so that gives us 2 days to get this gas tank all cleaned up and ready to go in the car. I bought this a couple months ago on Marketplace and it's pretty clean inside. I just want to see if I can do something about the rust on the outside and make sure it hasn't like corroded through. There's a chipmunk that just ran under my FC. Where are you going? Hey, buddy. Oh my god, he's eating the bird food. worst of the rust is on the back side and along the seams. I made really good progress on degreasing and getting off all of the rust on the gas tank. I was able to get the filler neck off too, so I need to work in this area here. But I low-key like ruined my shoes. These are like my daily drivers. And my gloves. Like these are so sticky now. Little unreleased product unboxing. Ah! I'm not sure when these are gonna go live on the site, but the purple, these are sick. I think for summertime, a little bit of color doesn't hurt. And even the label down here is purple. Big shout out to Mike. He's so creative. My main goal today is to get this entire gas tank prepped and painted. I know it doesn't have to be perfect because it's literally the gas tank. I'm gonna make sure I put the extra effort in to get rid of all of the rust and treat it, and then paint it up and make it look nice. Because not only this, but we also need to modify the fuel hanger because the one that I have that has a working floater is leaking fuel. I guess fuel pump already came? I got a DeepWorks because there wasn't a Walboro one that was in stock. Here is kind of what I've determined about the gas tank in this project. So this filler neck is pretty difficult to get into with the wire wheel. So I'm going to take it to a shop to get it sandblasted tomorrow. They should be able to get it done same day. Now I would have had them do the gas tank too, but they're super backed up. So they weren't able to take a bigger job like this. And I'm going to use this Fast Etch acid based rust remover metal prep. So I'm going to spray this on any of the parts that are pitting with rust in them. And this should hopefully get rid of it and prevent it from coming back. It needs to sit for 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes. I hear it working though. In the meantime, this is the fuel hanger that I know the floater works. It's been sitting in the garage where all the painting has been occurring. You can see that this tab, this plastic tab, is broken. So fuel would leak through there. I bought this little radium kit. Whew. That should replace all of those wires and clean it up real nice. Now you might be saying, Tay, there's already an AEM fuel pump on here. Why did you buy another one? I forgot. And I did run this in the car for a short period of time. So if there's rust in the tank, there's probably already rust in this fuel pump. Okay, that gives me a pretty good idea. I wonder if we could use that rust remover stuff on this top hat. So maybe I'll see if they can sandblast this too. Well, I got a special package from my friend Miss Hannah, aka Crumpled Integra on Instagram. For some reason my 240 never came with a driver's side sun visor, so on top of having no AC and it being hot as balls in here, I don't have a sun visor for some reason. Her boyfriend had a spare one, and they sent it to me! Yay! Yeah. And look at the mirror, it's actually pretty clean. Woo! Now I can, you know, touch on my makeup or whatever. God, it's so hot in here. So, thank you, Hannah! Woohoo! Finally have a sun visor. good. Just taking a picture. Okay. Sorry about that. No, that's fine. So I'm currently at the place that does powder coating and sandblasting, and I brought some of my items. That's a Geo Metro! Yo, that's sick! Come on, look at that stains. Oh my god, I love it. Well, let's head in there and see if we can get a decent quote first off, and see how quickly they can get it done. Because I want to get this job done before Friday, which is tomorrow. I think they specialize in truck stuff here. But this waiting room is sick. This room's insane. Oh, you like colors? Oh, I love this green. So we'll just do this green. Nice little like this fish on its own. Nice. This is big. It's plastic. Interesting. New stuff. Nice. That was super fast. I think they were finished in like 30 minutes or so. And here's the filler neck. Look at all this pitting. Holy crap. And we even did the bottom side too. Looks like a good surface for paint now. And they also did the bottom side of the top hat. Sick! Great quality work from Whirly Customs. Sorry, I'm not saying that right. Whirly Customs. Dang, this thing flash rusted overnight. See if I can get rid of all this since we just coated it. Oh my god, this gas tank project is... it's running me in circles right now because I just dropped off the fuel tank hanger and the filler neck off back at the powder coat shop that I picked it up just this morning because I forgot that they offer zinc primer, not coating, primer. And I didn't really think about it in the moment, but I was like, man, I probably should have taken advantage of that. There's pinholes in the bottom sides. There's 2 right here and 2 more right here. Look at that. Another one. Luckily, there is a fabrication shop that Mike and I have been meaning to check out. It's called Stacking Dimes. So they're able to TIG weld the tank.
How's it going?
They blew apart, but we'll throw some water in it. I think it'll be fine.
I want to show you guys the ring terminals that came with this radium kit. I crimped it the best I could, but these are not like the best. I'm gonna lay a little bit of solder here on the top just to ensure that these wires don't come out. It's certainly not my finest work, but I think it'll stay. Now, the gas tank is prepped for paint. I did the rust inhibitor, I cleaned it multiple times, we TIG welded all of the holes in the tank and leak tested. This is where the controversy is going to come in, and it's what product I decide to go with because I had a lot of back and forth, and I think everybody has different opinions on products that they like. But hear me out, I'm kind of in a rush here, so this was available to me. And from what I have understood about this product, most people's bad experience comes from user error. So this is the POR 15 rust preventative coating paint. A lot of people report that this chips and flakes off because they didn't do it right. Now, I'm not a POR 15 representative, but I was recommended this product by the powder coat shop. The step that I see people forget is the metal prep. Technically, there's 3 steps: degreaser, metal prep, and then the paint. You can use any old degreaser, but you should use this metal prep, which I had to pick up separate from the paint. So it does look like it needs to sit for 20 to 45 minutes. The surface needs to be wet, and then rinse thoroughly with water. Kid you not, the instructions say surface must be bone dry prior to applying POR15 rust prevention coating. Apply in thin coats. Always apply a minimum of 2 thin coats. We need to stir it, not shake it. Blah, 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 blah. Do a nice thin coat. Spread this out a little bit. Oh, what are you doing later? Just painting my gas tank. You know. Last night, Mike and I watched Smokey and the Bandit because it's on Netflix. But that was my first time ever seeing that movie, and I loved it. It was so goofy. I wish times were like that again. You get to see what it was like in the 70s, what people wore, what the styling was, the cars. If there was a time period or era that you could go back and live in, what would it be? Dang, this thing looks sweet. Look at me. I have no idea how to do a light coat. I just put way too much on. And I poured... Oh my god, it spilled! No! Well, I was gonna say that the recoat time... Oh my god. 1 to 2 hours. Okay, this lacquer thinner... Loki just saved me. Maybe that's my sign to just be done with this for tonight. But I'm not, because I have to come back out here in 2 hours to recoat it. Woo! I'm gonna come out here at midnight and recoat this. Good morning, party folks. I will say I was painting in the dark, so it doesn't look exactly perfectly even in some spots, but it is dry. First thing I'm gonna do is see if I can take off the filler neck. I don't know where this just fell out of. Apparently there are two 16mm bolts. This doesn't feel like a 16, maybe 17? 17mm bolts holding in this gas tank with these straps. Holy bug, what is that? What is that one? It might be a Pennsylvania wood cockroach, potentially. I do think that pulling the tank was going to be the hardest part because I still had some gas in it. So now that the hardest part is over, I have 1 more hour until I put the second coat on the back side of the gas tank. And then after that's all done, I'm going to spray it down with like some 2K clear. And then I guess we just put the gas tank back in the car and replace the fuel filter, which I could probably do now. all the rust in there? This is a Z32 fuel filter, which is what I'm replacing the 240 one with. Cleaned out the inside of the fuel door. This screw got a little stripped, so I'm gonna see if I can continue trying to get this out. I even washed up in here just with some soap and water. While I wait for more paint to dry, I have a fear that there's still mice in this car. And Mike took up the rear seats in his SR hatch and found mouse nest. I think I'm gonna take up my rear seats and just make sure there's nothing back there. There's some broken glass under here. I had been wanting to remove these rear seat belts. They are supposed to mount here, but I don't have the hardware for it, and I'm not really planning on having passengers in the back seat, so this entire assembly sits on the rear seat and takes up a lot of space. Why is there so much broken glass? It's not perfect because the straps are kind of rubbing up against a couple parts, but it is looking good down here, you know? It's a gas tank at the end of the day, so it doesn't have to be perfect.
I have no idea where that shit is.
I'm gonna try to put a little bit of gas in it. First off, see if the floater actually reads, and then take it over to the gas station. Obviously, make sure the car starts. Maybe prime the system. Maybe a couple times. Oh.
Might not have enough gas. How much did you put in?
It was just low. I didn't have the line swapped.
Oh yeah.
Woo! It's still reading half a tank though.
It probably takes a minute because that stuff is by a weight. See, it's going down.
Is it?
It doesn't like instantly update. It takes an average over time.
Right.
Give her some revs. How does she sound? Oh, there's a leak.
There's a leak? Where?
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
The lines are leaking.
What the hell?
That's insane.
So it's not even from the hose.
A pinhole on that?
What the heck? Yeah, I knew that these lines were fine.
Yeah, I was feeling the clamps like they're tight. Maybe not the right style, but they are tight.
What the heck? What do I even do?
I wonder if sandblasting it took away too much material and made that happen.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
You know?
Could I JB weld that?
I mean, at this point.
Yeah, it's like, what else am I to do? What an absolutely unfortunate event happened. It was definitely the sandblasting. But luckily I had this JB Weld tank stuff that's rated for fuel and fuel tanks. It's a 5-minute set time and it takes an hour to cure. Knead it in our fingers. I don't know how much to take. Maybe this looks like enough. Thoroughly knead it within our fingers until the color changes. A 1 hour cure time. It has been an hour. I can't really tell. I mean, I assume, you know, how hard it is means that it has fully cured. It's a minimum of 1 hour to cure, but you should leave it for 24 hours before adding fuel or exposing it to pressure. And I really don't want to have to do this job again. So I'll just leave it overnight and check it in the morning. We have an event to go to tomorrow, so hopefully it should just be quick and I can start the car and it won't leak. Just threw the hose back on. I suppose we can give it a shot and see if that fixed it. It's probably just like that low on gas from leaking it all out. It sounds more responsive. Oh my god! I'm so glad we fixed it. So fast now. Oh my god, I am so grateful that everything worked out. I'm going to continue to monitor the situation, obviously keep observing if there's any sort of leaks or fumes in the cabin, but overall I feel like that install went really well, and I'm proud of putting the extra work and time into all of the little pieces, because taking a break from the bodywork this week was so needed. I'm going to hop back into it next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!